The American dream, it's a beacon of hope for folks all over the world. You're drawn to its promise of opportunity. Just like a vast ocean teeming with possibilities, America welcomes skilled professionals. The H1B visa is your ticket to fish in these waters. But just like any good fisherman will tell you, it takes more than luck to land a big one. It requires preparation, the right tools, and a whole lot of grit. The H1B visa, as you can see, is a unique work visa. It allows U.S. companies plan to hire foreign labor in specialized fields. Think tech, engineering, finance, you name it. If you've got the skills and the drive, this visa could be your chance to reel in your American dream. But remember, competition is fierce. You're up against a whole school of talented folks, all vying for the same prize. That's where this guide comes in handy. Consider me your seasoned fishing guide, here to help you navigate the waters. I'll show you how to prepare your tackle, bait your hook, and cast your line for success. We'll cover everything from crafting a killer resume to acing your interviews and adapting to life in the US. So, are you geared up for going on this journey? Do you want to try your hand at catching something? Let's dive in.
Now, before we even think about casting our line, we got to make sure our bait and tackle are up to snuff. In the H1B world, that means your resume and skills. Cover letter is your first impression with recruiters. It's got to be top-notch, showcasing your skills and experience in a way that'll make them want to bite.
Start by tailoring your resume to the specific jobs and companies you're targeting. Showcase your technical abilities, relevant professional experience, and academic background. Remember, American companies love quantifiable results. Thus, demonstrate your achievements with figures and realistic instances. Next, think about your online presence. These days, a strong LinkedIn profile is non-negotiable. Keep yours current and present your abilities and experience in an engaging manner. But the information exceeds everything has been written down. Furthermore, you must ensure that your talents are sharp. The US job market is competitive. Consider taking online courses, earning certifications, or attending industry events to stay ahead of the game. Remember, the more you invest in yourself, the more attractive you'll be to potential employers.
Now that your bait and tackle are ready, it's time to find the right fishing hole. In other words, you need to identify companies that actively sponsor H1B visas. Not every company participates in the program, so you need to concentrate on those who do. Start by doing your research. There are websites and resources dedicated to listing H1B sponsors. You can filter your search by industry, location, and even job title. This will give you a targeted list of companies that are actively hiring foreign workers. Never hesitate to think creatively. While big tech giants might seem like the obvious choice, plenty of smaller companies and startups are also open to sponsoring H1B visas. In fact, you might even find less competition and more opportunities for growth at these companies. Networking is key. Make connections on LinkedIn, go to industry events, and get in touch with recruiters who specialize in H1B placements. You can't predict where your following big break will come from. Consider that selecting the correct firm is similar to finding the ideal fishing site. It requires somewhat bit of luck, time, and work. But when you find it, the rewards can be well worth it. You've got your bait ready, you've found your fishing hole, now it's time to cast your line. The application process plays an important role in this regard. And let me tell you, it's not as simple as throwing your resume out there and hoping for the best. Strategic thinking, perseverance, and differentiation are essential. First things first, make sure you meet all the eligibility requirements for the H1B visa. This includes having a bachelor's degree or higher in a related field and meeting the salary requirements for your occupation. Once you've confirmed your eligibility, it's time to start applying. But don't just send out generic applications. Try to tailor your curriculum vitae and cover letter to the specific job requirements. Remember those quantifiable results we talked about earlier? Here's where they're truly useful. Use numbers and specific examples to demonstrate how your skills and experience align with the requirements of the job. And don't be afraid to follow up. In today's competitive job market, a well-timed follow-up email can be the difference between getting an interview and getting lost in the shuffle. Now comes the hard part, waiting. The H1B visa process is notorious for its lengthy timelines and uncertainties. You've cast your line, but now you gotta be patient and wait for the bite.
This is when a lot of folks discourage themselves. They start to doubt themselves, they question their choices, and they may even feel the temptation to quit completely.
But trust me, this is the time to dig deep and hold on to your dream. It's important to why you started on this adventure in the very first place.
Remember the opportunities that await you on the other side. Above all, Figure out knowing that you are not alone. There are many more individuals experiencing the same thing.
Get in touch with them as well, express your experiences, and deliver mutual support. Use this waiting period to your advantage.
Continue to network, develop your skills, and research potential employers. The more prepared you are, the better your chances of success when that bite finally comes.
Hook, line, and sinker, acing your interviews and landing the job. Finally, a tug on the line. You've got an interview. This is your chance to prove yourself, to show them what you're made of, and to reel in that job offer. But just like landing a fish, acing an interview takes skill and preparation.
First impressions matter. Dress professionally, be on time, and be ready for answers. Questions about your qualifications, professional expertise, and the reasons you would be interested in the role and organization. Because this is more than just repeating your resume. Interviewers want to see your personality, your enthusiasm, and your cultural fit. Be prepared to answer behavioral questions. Likewise, explain me concerning a time you missed. Or, how do you handle conflict? The inquiries are intended to measure how well you can solve problems, your ability to work in a team, along with your overall fit within the professional culture.
Research the company and the industry thoroughly. Come prepared with thoughtful questions that demonstrate your interest and your understanding of their business. And most importantly, be yourself. Transparency is extremely important in interviews. Be comfortable, energetic, and let your unique qualities reflect. Reeling it in, navigating the visa approval and transition to America. Congratulations, you landed the job offer, but the journey's not over yet. Now comes the visa application process, and it can be a bit of a bureaucratic maze.
The business you represent will petition the U.S. government on your behalf. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. This petition will include details about your job offer, your qualifications, clarify why you are the most qualified candidate for the post. You'll also need to provide documentation such as your educational transcripts, work experience verification, and passport. The USCIS will assess your application and might request further details or conduct an interview. This is completely normal, so don't panic. Just be prepared to provide any requested documentation and answer any questions they may have honestly and thoroughly.
Once your visa is approved, you're ready to pack your bags and embark on your American adventure. But before you do, take some time to prepare for the transition. Research your new city, find a place to live, and start connecting with other expats in your area. The more skilled you are, more straightforward your transfer will be. Welcome to the catch adapting to U.S. work culture and lifestyle. Welcome to America, you've made it. You've successfully navigated the H1B visa process, landed a job, and made the move to a new country. That's something to be incredibly proud of. But the journey doesn't end there. Now comes the exciting, albeit sometimes challenging, part adapting to a new culture. American work culture is known for its directness, its emphasis on individual achievement, and its fast-paced environment. Be prepared to communicate clearly and concisely, to take initiative, and to embrace a culture of continuous feedback. Don't be afraid to ask questions, seek clarification, and learn from your colleagues. Outside of work, take the time to explore your new surroundings, embrace new experiences, and connect with people from all walks of life. America is a melting pot of cultures, and you'll find no shortage of opportunities to expand your horizons and broaden your perspective. Tight lines. Your future in America starts with the H1B visa. The H1B visa is just the beginning of your American journey. It grants access to plenty of personal and professional prospects. It's a chance to build a life for yourself in a country that values hard work, innovation, and the pursuit of dreams. Remember, the journey won't always be easy. There will be issues, regrets, and moments of confusion. Instead, it is in these situations that you must dig deep, collect your own inner courage, and recollect why you began this trip in the primary place. The American dream is within your reach. Go out there, embrace the challenge, and make it your own. Tight lines, my friend, and best of luck on your American adventure.